No, I was there when Dharmama had a bus, so it was getting cold in Canada, so we drove down and we started doing Sankirtan, and we ended up in New Vrindavan because Prabhupada was coming. We were doing Sankirtan over the southwest, and where it was warm.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to New Vrindavan. There was Dharmama, there was Ganapati Maharaj, Rida, and myself, and one boy who was 15. And when they were in Kentucky, and this 15-year-old, this girl got involved with him. He was a young brahmachari, and her father was Hell's Angels, and he was the leader. Just a little guy though, but he was the leader. So then she wanted to join Hare Krishna, and she ran away, and they thought, okay, New Vrindavan, that's where she must be. I think he came alone, maybe one other guy, and he went into Goshala, and there was the boy named Ramaharshan there, from the East Coast. The guy put a gun on Ramaharshan. Well, Ramaharshan just came back from Vietnam. So he pulled an axe on the guy. He said, you better kill me, because this is going to cut your head off. Stand off. He went back and got his buddies. There was like 4 or 5 of them. They came in early morning. And, myself and Dharma were standing in the class. And a shotgun comes right like this. And all the brahmacharis jumped on it. And they're like, and the guy is like, pull the trigger. And he sprayed the devotees in temple room. For, by Krishna's mercy, no one died, but he was a Dutch brahmachari, ended up in the hospital. So myself and Dharma, let's get this guy. So we went outside and we picked up some big rocks. We're going to get this guy. When we went outside, the guy put an M16 on my head. And he grabbed Dharmadma. Anyway, there's like 4 or 5 of them. They got Dharmadma and Kirtanananda and took him up the hill. Said, okay, you guys start digging your grave, we're gonna get you guys. And Dharmadma was like, you're going to hell for this. You don't know what you do. He's preaching to the guy. Your soul will burn in hell. He's preaching to the guy.
Well, he's shoveling.
He's shoveling his grave. I got away. I looked in this guy's eyes, a huge guy, and he had a pistol on me. He said, get back in the room. He didn't know temple, but I ran up the steps because I knew there was a phone up there. And it was such pandemonium that, he just like herding people back into, devotees back in the temple. So I ran upstairs, grabbed the phone. There's a big padlock on the door. That was the office. So then I went in. On top of the temple was the brahmachari ashram. So I go into the ashram, and there's all this saffron flying through the back window. And I look out the back window, and there's like guys running to the forest. And they were so scared. Their legs were like, they're trying to run, but they're so scared. So I jumped out the window, and we got to the forest, and then, what are we going to do? Everyone's totally like traumatized. So I said, I'm going to go across the street. There's a farmer. So I went over to the farmer, and he knew something was going on, because when I knocked on the door, he came to the door with a rifle. He said, okay, but they don't know who we are. They just know we're crazy, right? It's 73. So he said, okay. So he phoned the police, and then I went down, and his house was right on the road getting out from near Vrindavan. So I was I used to hunt in Guyana. My dad was a British guy. He loved hunting, So I was around guns all the time. My first rifle was when I was 7 years old. So anyway, I was a little bit accustomed to this kind of thing and stalking animals and all this. So I was lying in the ditch, and there was a big bang because Radharani got pushed off. And that scared them all. They did just Lord Nishingadev, he just somehow, because they all ran down from the hill where they were digging the grave. They jumped in a limousine and they were driving off and they went right by me. But they didn't see me. They were all laughing, So then Vishnu John was there, Tamal was there. Thank you. And we're waiting for the police. And this is like 9:30 in the morning by now. By then, 8:30, 9. Cops came at like 2 in the afternoon. Everyone was spooked out of there. And so then Keshav came, Karandar's brother. He was a Green Beret or something.
Yeah.
And so they just got all this like weapons. We were like traveling Sankirtan, right?
Yeah,
so Kripanidhi grabbed our mama. He was much older than us. We were kids. I was 20, 21. Rita was the same age. And we liked traveling. We didn't really... Kripanidhi, the first thing he told us to do, we're going to build a proper palace, and you have to go up there and grab the boulders by hand and bring them down so we can make a foundation. So we lasted about a week bringing boulders down.
Oh, heavy, wow.
Not for us. We like Buddhist ribs. We like going to shopping malls. We were revolutionaries, and then Prabhupada gave us a revolution. We were all a bunch of radical, kind of, at least I was, we were against the system.